We've had 44 cycles come through, close to 600 people have come through. The vision of i.c.stars is to develop 1,000 community leaders by 2020, and we're getting there. We're making impacts in Chicago and beyond.
Our vision is to activate a technology community of change agents to power social and economic freedom.
Another way we wanted to answer to the RFP and create a sense of community is to give them an option for giving recognition to a fellow employee. So once you press the button for give recognition, our pop-up box would appear where you would type in a personalized message once again to Robert, giving him kudos for a job well done, and you will select the category that you would want to recognize him in. So we'll go ahead and recognize him.
Everyone that was involved in this project, we found it inspiring to be part of such a growth-oriented initiative. We recognize that great ideas can come from everywhere, and we're just amazed by what the teams had produced.
Love that. So obviously today's event brings the best and the brightest. The theme of how technology interacts with talent acquisition is very familiar to Comcast. We work at a very diverse company, even though Comcast is gigantic. Through our innovations, we've been able to transform Comcast into a customer-oriented company.
Diversity is really sound business strategy. McKinsey did a couple of studies a few years ago, and they found that the more diverse teams outperform their industry medians, their peers, by 35%. They had a related study that showed that for every 10% more women on the team, it increased EBIT, increased profit by 3.5%. Go talk to your board about that, about the power of doing that.
AI works best when you are sourcing and finding candidates on job boards and websites. It was effective when you are prioritizing and ranking candidates and doing admin tasks, scheduling, texting. But AI was very ineffective when it came to interviewing candidates for soft skills, communication, collaboration, and most importantly, recognizing the potential rather than just the experience on the resume.
Very true. And when you think about the technology and the HR aspect, we know real time, based upon the human factor, which still exists in this world of technology, that we need to work with you on your people skills, or in my case, your public speaking skills. So the technology aspect and how it intersects with what we do day to day from a human resources standpoint is not as clean as we want it to be. But if we take a look back to the good old days, it's a lot better than it used to be.
So when I founded DisruptHR Chicago 4 years ago, together with my co-founder, Nancy Harris, she's there, the word disruption in HR really was a dirty word. One was not supposed to challenge the status quo.
My name is Lisa, and if you hadn't noticed, I am a Black woman. I'm fearless, fabulous, and mounds of other great affirmations. However, for 12 years, I remained forgettable at work when it came to praise, promotion, and career advancement. Was I a great employee? Per my reviews, yes. Were there opportunities available? Absolutely. Then what was the problem? I thought if I just did a good job, kept my head down, someone would eventually notice how awesome I was. I lacked the confidence to ask for a promotion. There were no leaders that looked like me. I didn't have a professional mentor, and I just wasn't in a safe place that valued my authentic self.
It's my first iOpener. Also, so I was wondering, what can we take from you?
Yeah. So by the way, the iOpener has been great. The last set of presentations were really powerful. I expected to come here and get to meet folks like yourself, but there was some great thought leadership and information really shared. There's also great networking. I actually was reacquainted with a couple of folks that I hadn't seen in over a decade. And it was just great to catch up with some folks, as well as, obviously learn a lot more about i.c.stars.
So what I spend my time thinking about on a daily basis is how to find the intersection of inclusion and power. How to redefine power in our organizations in ways that drive inclusion, in ways that support people and where they want to get to.
Without further ado, ServiceNow is excited to present the 2019 Alumni Innovation Award to Miguel. Congratulations.
So I took a chance. I went to i.c.stars. I realized what kind of a program it was. It was a great program. I learned so much. They impact your life so much that it's insane. So not only is it just your career path that they help you with, but it's also with your own self-reflections. I learned how to learn, which was the most important part. One of the other most important parts is I learned my voice at i.c.stars. Before that, I was always quiet. I was always just to myself. I never give my opinion, no matter where I was working at. Even when I was a manager, I still wouldn't give my opinion because, the people above me would right away shut it down. So I learned my voice there. I learned what life could be. I learned that there's more to life. I went into i.c.stars looking for a career, but I ended up finding a calling instead.
We're all coming from someplace where we were different. We're coming from someplace where maybe it wasn't cool to be smart. Maybe it wasn't cool to want to know more. Maybe it wasn't cool to study something until you couldn't study anymore. And not only that, but everybody who's attracted to i.c.stars is a little bit of a weirdo. The way people think, the way people see things, the way people greet each other and connect with each other, the way that people always know what they stand for, and the process that they have to meet their goals.
How might we recognize current processes and software trends in HR and better that experience for that HR professional and that person that's looking for a job? And so these two personas helped us not solve for ourselves. I mean, it's always good to put yourself in that person's shoe, but you're not gonna always get the best solution because you're limited to your own experiences.
It's an honor to be here. Presentations have been outstanding. This is my first opportunity at being at i.c.stars, and I'm extremely impressed by what I'm seeing, not only from the talent that's in the room in the organizations, the presentations, but the overall just energy in the room is outstanding, and it's an honor to be here, so thank you.
I like my passion to be something, to correlate with my fears, to constantly always learning new stuff and broaden my horizon. So what are a few of your passions?
I think my passion is really learning what's new and out there, what's innovative, right? So when we think of technology, it's a huge disruptor for various industries. So you need to make sure you stay up to date, whether it's networking events, coming to these wonderful events, making sure that you're staying on top of news updates. I utilize LinkedIn a lot, so different resources or groups, meetups, and whatnot, just to make sure that you are kind of ingrained into the industry that you're part of and the technology and stuff.
We're constantly staying in.
Yep, absolutely.